Hello everyone, I do hope you're doing well today. We're going to continue looking at the theme of contentment, and today we're going to look a bit more closely at this actual word, content, and how Paul the Apostle and the writer of the verses we've been looking at changed the rules. Above the doorway that leads to Wimbledon's centre court, the following words are engraved. They come from the poem If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. The message to tennis players about to enter possibly the biggest stage in tennis and probably the most coveted trophy is to keep winning and losing in perspective. It's a message of self-mastery to not allow the outcome to get the better of you. The poem is a series of if-yous. It starts, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs. Goes on, if you. The message, if you can master yourself, if you can be self-sufficient, and ends, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. You'll be a man, my son. Kipling, the poet, is speaking to his son. In other words, then you will find fulfillment and contentment. If you can hold yourself in perfect balance in all things. If is the big factor here. It's a big ask, impossible, I think, in human strength and power of the will. Let's go back to our scripture about contentment. Paul speaks about being content in all circumstances. He attributes this ability to God who strengthens and enables him. The word content, used in Philippians 4, is the Greek word autarkeia. It's a secular word which was used by Greeks in ancient literature, and Paul would have been very familiar with the word, having read Greek philosophers and been educated in Greek literature. Paul would have been very familiar with all of their writings. That word means self-sufficiency, competence, self-mastery. The Greek dictionary describes it as the state of one who supports himself without aid from others, a sufficiency and independence, like that encouraged by Kipling in the poem If. Paul uses this word 3 times in the New Testament, and what he actually does is he changes the meaning. Paul changes the rules. He injects the word with a completely new quality of meaning. It takes on a God dimension. Instead of self-mastery, the word used by Paul has a God-centeredness built into its meaning. It is only because of Christ that Paul can say he has learned to be content. Paul in prison has had every possible earthly prop or support taken away from him, yet he is able to express complete contentment. How can he do this? Verse 13 again tells us, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Bless you all. Have a wonderful day full of his peace and this gift of contentment.